Hello, I'm Steve. Welcome to the Patio Heat channel, where we provide visual concepts of infrared heating as well as tips for outdoor comfort. Send your request in to designs@patioheat.com for your personalized recommendations. Our one-on-one customer support helps you make the best decisions for your applications. We strive to earn your business. Visit our patioheat.com website for sales and more information. Now let's get heating. All right, so here we have this custom-made pergola. And let's go ahead and look at the overall dimensions I have. So overall dimensions I have is at approximately 24 feet from this edge here to this section over here. And then to the post here I have at 20 feet. These posts are 6 by 6 is what I have. And I have the height of the bottom edge of this frame right here at 9'3" off the finished floor. You can see there's louvered sections in here, and I also created drainage up here. Now this drainage system might be a little bit different from what's on the actual plan. I'm assuming there's more drainage pieces that are going across this edge over here too. However, I could be wrong about that, but you can see I have the center frame here or center beam here, and then a center beam here and here. I think that's pretty much about it, and let's go ahead and look at a couple of different things. Number one, I want to mention that you can see that I also built a hillside here, and the main thing I wanted to share is when you have a hillside like this, you might have a lot of wind that comes and picks up, and as wind comes and is pressed up against a hillside, it's going to compress and build up speed. So if you were to put a gas heater in something like this and it's a windy day or even just a breezy day, it's going to be a little bit windier right here as that air comes through. And so if that's an issue, then a gas heater is not something that you're going to want to have installed here. Also, gas heaters do require different clearances. Now I'm assuming that this is all aluminum, but I could be wrong about that. So the clearances don't have to be 100% met if it's all aluminum because it's non-combustible. However, you don't want to get a gas heater too close to an aluminum structure and then have it warp, in the years to come. So the other thing I just want to mention is the original plan showed that they had heaters centered or in the center area over here. That works okay. However, it doesn't heat up the edges as well as it would if the edges are going to be occupied. The seating I have here is just a made-up seating as far as what I'm interpreting might be. But if the seating is out on the edge or further out on the edges, and you can see this one over here, we probably have 3 feet to go. Then you're not going to be in the ideal amount of heat ray that the heaters are actually putting out in this scenario. Also, if the chairs were out here further, the wind's picking up and you're going to feel a bit more breeze. That might also be so that you're not really feeling the heat again. You need to offset some of the exposed side more so than the backside of that wind coming through. So other than that, this would be okay. I'm not a fan of this particular application, but it would be something that would work okay. And these are 6,000 watt electric heaters, so 6,000 watt 240 volt 25 amps a piece, dual elements, and yeah, they would put out enough heat and they would not be affected when the wind is coming through. So this is why I'm choosing electric heaters over gas on an application like this. All right, let's go ahead and show what my preferred option would look like. And let's see here. What I would prefer is something more in this line here where the heaters are, and you can see I do have them at an angle, and the reason why I have them at the angle, let's go ahead and put this dimension back up here and show what dimension I truly have, so you can see why I came up with this angle here, and it's only about a 5-degree angle. So I have this at about 9'3" center to center on these beams. And you know, when you have it at 9 feet apart, your beam isn't being overlapped. And so let's go ahead and look at the footprint of heat that the heaters put out. So yeah, that 9'3" wouldn't overlap here. So the uniform heat wouldn't be sufficient or ideal, in my opinion, if you didn't slightly angle these two sets of units in, or we could just say that from here and here, they're all set at about a 5-degree angle in towards the center of the patio. However, you can see that we are getting a much better footprint of heat out on the outer edges here, and that would be why I like this application a little bit better. Just a more uniform amount of heat, you know. So if you're sitting here versus what I showed before, you know, that heat is coming up from above. We're three-dimensional human beings, and you know, you'll feel more of the warmth with a heater above you than you would from out over here pointed towards you this direction, and then hoping that you're in that ideal amount of heat. So I think that's about it for this. You know, you don't need to have all units, so we could, you know, remove this unit here and possibly the outer units over here, so that you would still, you know, end up with the 4 units and mounted on these beams here. But again, you would want to make sure that you have them at a slight angle in towards each other. And then also you can see here that, you know, this seating position here is not going to be affected. Now, maybe there's going to be a barbecue over here or something like that, and this is going to be a cook area. So you may not need that heater on the outer edges over here. So something to think about. But if it was my place, at least the 4 units in the center would be the ideal amount. And we can also, you know, look up here and just see the difference on the uniform amount of heat for the, you know, 4 units or 6 units versus what they had on the original plan, which was the 4 units like this. You know, this may look like it's sufficient, but you know, really, you know, over here is that issue where I see it is, you know, you are here, you are in that footprint of heat, but let's just say we, you know, move these sets of chairs further out to the left side over here to the edge. Now you're not in that most ideal amount of heat because you're at the furthest point of where that ray is going to actually penetrate this position here. So all right, well, I think that's about it. Let's go ahead and turn that one back on and we'll look at that. See here, you can see that, you know, the amount of heat that you're in is more ideal in this position. So all right, well, I hope this has helped. If you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application and you'd like us to review your plans, send your information into designs@patioheat.com. I'm Steve. Please tap that like button if you find this video useful. We don't advertise, we're not monetize. YouTube does not promote our channel unless we receive a thumbs up from our viewers, and we truly appreciate you doing that. Thank you very much. Have an excellent day.